Joe, how much confidence did it give you guys throughout the game to move down the field and score in your first two possessions?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were able to hit some big plays early on and get some consistent, other consistent plays in there. But I think those plays kind of carried us and gave us a little jolt and allowed us to run our offensive, pretty effectively today. And we all had confidence. So.
Joe, just how does this one feel for you, considering all the criticism that you've received recently?
Yeah, what are you going to do? When you lose three straight, people look at the quarterback, and that's part of our job. We lost the game to the Steelers where we didn't play too bad. We lost the game to the Redskins where we didn't play too bad, and we lost the game to the Broncos where we probably played pretty bad. But we lost. The bottom line is we lost three, so people aren't going to look at that in a favorable light. And I said last week, we're going to see what kind of team we are. We believe we're this kind of team, and we're really going to see if we are. And I think that we showed ourselves and we showed people today that we are that kind of team, and we're here to stay. And we just got to do all we can to get better, to play like this, and to even get better than this throughout the remaining weeks.
Is this a win that can kind of springboard you into something bigger in the playoffs?
I don't know. I'm not a big believer in any of that. I think each week is an individual game and a different opponent, and you have to go out there and you have to go through the week and prepare, and go out there on Sunday and play well, just like you did the previous week. So I'm not necessarily a big believer in any one game propelling you throughout the other ones.
Joe, you guys have had some slow starts. Could you feel it early when you were taking the ball down the field, completing passes, running the ball? Could you kind of feel everyone kind of picking up and the confidence improving on offense?
I don't know what you feel. You just feel like you're going out there and you're executing the plays, and all of a sudden you're down in the goal line and you're scoring points. And yeah, it felt good. I don't know exactly how to answer all those things, but it definitely felt good, and I think guys, were able to look at that and probably respond to it.
Something about this team with the veterans to be able to handle the weight of 3 in a row and going through the losses, holiday week, world champs coming in. Just something about veterans and having been through this in year 5.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's veterans. I just think it's the way this locker room is, and it may be because we do have those veterans, and everybody else kind of just, they're not used to anything else, so that's kind of the way they are. But we're a tough team, and at least we believe we are. And even though we lost 3, we kept saying we have everything ahead of us. Maybe not exactly what we wanted, but we could still win the division and still be a playoff team. And coming out here and playing as hard as we did and as well as we did today, I think just says a lot about what kind of team we are and what kind of team we are going to be headed forward.
Was there a conversation with Anquan? Did he come to you at all this week? Last week, obviously, not getting the catch. This week, he got a lot, and he was a really big part of it. Did he?
No.
No, there wasn't any.
No conversation like that. You kind of execute the game plan as the plays are called, and usually Anquan ends up being a big part of it because he's one of our main receivers. So when he's not, it just didn't work out that way. And obviously, you work on ways to get him the ball because he is a spark for our offense. But Anquan's, he just goes about his business and doesn't do any of those kind of things, and positive or negative. So it never happened.
Joe, there's some new offensive wrinkles today. You were throwing a lot over the middle. I mean, you ran the option on one play. What did you think of that? Those kind of
Well, we've had those things up over the weeks, and they just haven't come up necessarily. Or maybe you have the ability to run the option, but maybe a quarterback sneak has come up instead, or a run to the left, or something like that. And it just so happened that they gave us the look to run that option, and that's what we went with. That's what I went with, and came down the line and gave the ball to Ray as quickly as I could and let him get the first down.
So you're saying the Giants' defense dictated a lot of that stuff more than
we have those calls up, and it just depends on kind of what they get into what we want to go to.
Joe, talk a little bit about the offensive line. You'd gone back in there, and you were pretty much unmolested.
Yeah, they played great today. NFL games are won and lost at the offensive and defensive line positions. And when you can have both sides of the ball play as dominantly as they did today up front, then you usually give yourself a very good chance of winning.
Joe, you've mentioned before, maybe you take for granted going to the playoffs because you've always gone. 2 years in a row, what does this division title mean, if anything? Is there satisfaction to this right now?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, guys are excited. I'm excited. We're excited about this. This is a tough division, and I know our records in this division may not represent that that well this year, but this is a tough division. Guys can play football, and to be able to come up and win it for our second straight year is definitely an accomplishment.
So when were you confident that Torrey Smith was going to play, and just how?
I never even really thought he wasn't going to play, you know. But you know, that might just be me being naive. I don't know. I just thought he was going to play. So yeah, it never really crossed my mind that he wasn't.
How big is it for you two to kind of connect the way you did today? You know, he hadn't had a really big game since I think Oakland.
Yeah, it's all right. You know, he's a good receiver, and he's going to get his plays. And same thing with Anquan. You know, he's very good about it if he doesn't. But you know, we're trying to do everything we can to get those guys the ball on a regular basis. And he did a great job making some plays today down the field and moving those chains for us.
Joe, was there anything about today's game plan that you really liked?
Yeah, you know, it turned out well. You know, I don't know what to say besides that. I think we went out there and executed well. I think we operated pretty quickly. So if I had to pick one thing, it would probably be that.
Joe, throughout your career here, the times you've been challenged, whether it be the AFC title game last year, today, when people have focused on you, you've tended to step up. Is that a coincidence, or do you get your back up a little bit?
I don't know. I feel like I always go out there and, you know, give my best and play pretty well. The quarterback the quarterback position is a position that's going to be looked at and, you know, ripped apart the most and blown up the most. And I think a lot is made, you know, where sometimes it really isn't that much, and it's not my job to really listen to it. So I don't. You know, you hear it, you know, because we're around football all day, so it's kind of tough not to. We're around you guys all day. But I believe in myself. I believe in this team. So to not go out there and just continue and to go about your business just like you would any other week is tough for me to do. So I don't know what it is. I just, you know, I believe we're a good team. I believe I'm a good player, and that's just what it comes down to.
All right?
All right.
Thank you.